Today on Let's Fish TV, join me Andrew Upshaw here from Lake Guntersville, Alabama. This place is a special body of water, one of the best lakes in the country. Today we're going to be fishing for largemouth bass in the pre-spawn, fishing moving baits around the submerged vegetation. It's going to be a great episode. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. Got him!
Look at that big fella right there.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
Look at that slab of rooski.
There we go. There's one. Oh, that's a good one there. Welcome to Let's Fish TV. I'm your host, Andrew Upshaw, and today we are at Lake Guntersville, Alabama. Lake Guntersville is located on the Tennessee River chain of lakes and located in northern Alabama. This is one of the best, if not the best lake in the United States right now for catching largemouth bass. We'll be targeting those fish around submerged vegetation using a couple of my favorite baits like a hybrid hunter, red-eyed chat, amongst others. Guys, this place has them. We're gonna blast them today, I'm just telling you right now. We'll also have this week's fishing report from your local region. In the meantime, I'm gonna get the boat launched, get everything set up, and we'll see y'all here in just a second from the lake. All right guys, today we're headed out on Lake Guntersville, and our deep dive look at the lake is the one thing that I know is that just a couple of weeks ago, this lake was insanely high. And if you look at the deep dive app, what you're gonna see is that just a few weeks ago it was high, and as the last couple of weeks, the water has dropped, the water is starting to clear up. So I'm gonna look at the water clarity feature of the app. Water temps right now are anywhere between 51 and 56 degrees, depending on if you go in the creeks or on the main lake. But guys, this lake is on fire. We're gonna head out there. We're gonna see if we can catch a couple of big ones. That is your deep dive app look at Lake Guntersville. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, and the hybrid hunter. That's what I'm talking about. He wrecked that thing. Oh, he's got one hook. Oh, shoot. There we go. There's one. Man, guys, check that out. Barely had him. Look how I had him on the outside of the face. He knocked the fire out of it. Guys, today we are at Lake Guntersville in Alabama. This is just a small one in comparison to what they've been catching here lately, but not a bad fish to start out the day. We're gonna talk a little bit more about where we're at, what we're doing here and get this fish back. I'm gonna tell you one thing, anytime you can catch them on that Strike King Hybrid Hunter, it's a good day. And today we're gonna break that down. We're gonna break down that bite for you, talk about how to fish it, why to fish it, and where to fish it to have success. Today we're on Lake Guntersville, part of the Tennessee River chain of lakes. And this is probably one of the hottest lakes in the United States right now. It is an awesome lake. It's full of hydrilla and full of big bass. And I have a feeling it's gonna show us exactly how good it is in just a little while. So we'll break it down here in just a few minutes, hopefully catching a couple more real big ones before the end of the day. But we're off to a good start.
Hey y'all, I'm Captain E, and it's time for your Carolinas Report this week, brought to you by Marshall's Marine, my good friends over in Lake City and Georgetown, taking care of all your boat needs. They've been doing it for what, 60 years now? There's a reason they're the best. From bass boats to pontoons, marshallsmarine.com. Go check them out.
We're going to talk about Lake Watery here in South Carolina. The striped bass bite has been incredible up there, along with the catfish, but from Wolf's Guide Service, that incredible guide down there is having a great time right now, catching lots of stripers in the river. You want to book a trip, go find him at Wolf's Guide Service, but you can do it yourself and get out on that lake. Find those bait schools, and you're going to find those stripers. Get out there, do some slow trolling, make sure you got that thumper, and get those fish's attention, you can have a great time. And down here along the coast, let's talk about the Waccamaw River, the PD River. As those bass have moved up into that spawning areas, you can get into those marinas. Anywhere back in the back of those creeks, you're gonna find a lot of bedding fish right now. Get out there and look for your biggest fish of your lifetime. Make sure you take a lot of patience with you. And remember, if you've given them enough time and they're not gonna play with it, move on to the next. There are plenty of fish on the beds. If you just get out there, use your eyes and locate the fish. This has been your Carolinas Report. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
That's strong fish, man. Oh my goodness. I still hadn't turned this fish yet. I don't know why he's so strong. I don't think he's that big. He's not that big. A decent one though. I've had like 7 bites in a row right here. Not a bad little fish. Long one, look at that. Look how he ate that red-eyed shad. Guntersville is a special place. This is considered a baby on this lake. And he's over almost 2.5 pounds. Great fish. But guys, today we're at Lake Guntersville. This is a really cool place. I've been here a couple different times, spring, fall. And it's a place that you can catch really, really big fish. And today, we're using a couple different baits. Caught our first one on a hybrid hunter and caught that one on the original red-eyed shad. This the single knot, or the regular rattling version. It's a great alternative, especially when the water starts to warm up. Right now, the water here at Guntersville is around 58 degrees, and it's important to pay attention to water temperature this time of year, because if you're fishing too far out and the water starts warming fast, what do those fish like to do? They like to move up to spawn. So it's really, really important to pay attention to those little bitty details when you're out here. Fishing is on fire here. I mean, we've caught a couple 2.5 pounders, and this place is putting out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounders like crazy. I really hope we get one of those bites today, but regardless, today has been fun so far. So let's get back out and let's see if we can catch a few more. I've had like 5 bites in a row. Let's see if we can catch another one. Oh yes. God, these things are so strong. He's got that red-eyed shad swallowed. Golly. I think we got on a little school of them, not big ones, but a lot of fun. Check that out. You know you're throwing the right color when that is what the bite has happened right there. Look at that. Got it down the hatch. Man, oh man. Cool, cool bite. Not a bad fish. Once again, another 2.5 pounder. But I'm gonna show you real quick what you need to do to catch fish here. So right now we're throwing a color called gold black. This is just a standard color. You know, earlier this year we did a color on Delta Red, and once again, a phenomenal color. But when the sun's out, this time of year, especially when that water starts to warm, your more shiny baits, whether it's chrome sexy shad, gold, something like that is gonna be the way to go. But when you're fishing this bait, it kind of varies your retrieve on how to catch them. You know, right now, the standard retrieve for me is throwing it on 20-pound line and keeping that rod tip down and just reeling it slow, and every once in a while kind of giving it a pulse. You know, I just came back from Santee Cooper, and the way to catch them there, you had to truly yo-yo the bait. But here, it's just like all you're doing is reeling it and just trying to keep it where it's barely ticking that grass. And throwing 20-pound line, what that allows you to do is slow the bait down even more. You know, a lot of times we get caught up with trying to reel too fast this time of year. And don't get me wrong, there's certain places and times where reeling fast is gonna cause that reaction strike. But for me and my success throwing a lipless crankbait, no matter the brand or what you're doing, the slower I can reel it, the more bites I'm gonna get. So, but you still want a fast gear ratio reel. And that's something that I feel like gets lost sometimes. You don't wanna throw a really slow gear ratio reel, because in that situation, you're looking at just trying to keep up with the fish. You know, like that last fish I caught, he hit it so hard and threw so much slack in my bait that I had to catch it back up to him. So we're gonna get back to it and see if we can catch us another one. But that is the way to catch them here at Lake Guntersville.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pole, total boat control. Balls out, made in the USA heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on what powers you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what you come to Lake Guntersville for right there. Look at that. Yo-yoed that thing up there and he just clobbered it. Oh, he's got it choked. So guys, when you get in a situation like this, you get a bite, especially when you're fishing grass, one of the most important things you can do is drop your power poles, okay? And what that's gonna allow you to do is be able to access those spots even better and maybe catch another one. I mean, that's a really good one there. Look at that. Really, really good fish. He's got it completely choked. Oh, there we go. I mean, I don't even know how to grab this fish. He's got so many hooks in him right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what you come to Lake Guntersville for right there. Look at that. That is down the hatch right there. That's probably close to 6 pounds, probably maybe 5 3/4 to 6, and just chewing on that trap. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. I mean, they're just built different. They got that real wide body, long, and just really, really good fish. Let's get this fish back and we're talking a little bit more about Lake Guntersville and having the right size line to catch these fish. You know, here at Lake Guntersville, it is the mecca of all lipless crankbait, hybrid hunter, thunder cricket bites of all time, especially during the pre-spawn like we're doing with now. Water temperatures are ranging 51 to 55 degrees. But guys, when it comes down to just trying to catch a big one, that red-eyed shad by Strike King is the one I turn to. Now, throughout this day, you're gonna see us fish it a couple different ways. We're gonna change up colors. We're using the original today. This is not the two-tap, this is the original loud, rattling, red-eyed shad. We're varying between a couple different colors. This is our silver Tennessee shad. It's got more of a gold back, silver side, and orange belly. And we're gonna alternate with a gold black back, the exact same one, but with 20-pound line. And that's what I want to talk about is line size. So if you're on the main lake and you're fishing these main lake bars and drains, you want to go to about a 15-pound line. And what this is gonna allow the bait to do is get a little deeper in the water column. And that's really, really important. Now, here in a little while, we're gonna go back in a creek and we're gonna be fishing, you know, grass, whether it be eelgrass, milfoil, hydrilla, that only has about a 2-foot section over the top of it. And that's when we're gonna go to like 20-pound line. And what that line will allow you to do is keep that bait higher in that water column. So having a couple of different setups is vitally important to success here at Guntersville or anywhere that you're fishing lipless crankbait. So always know, the shallower over the top of the grass, go to bigger line. The deeper over the top of grass, go to smaller line. In some situations, I'll even go to 12-pound test if I have to get that lipless crankbait down there. But that one little tip right there, if you go out there and fish it, it will save you a ton of time and you'll catch a lot more fish by paying attention to one little detail, and that is the size fishing line. You know, when it comes to this, I use P-Line Tactical Fluorocarbon. I started using them this year. Guys, it is the dream line. I don't have to worry about breaking off. I don't have to worry about having bad casts. It handles well, and that's what it's all about when you're out here. So what we did is we power poled down, okay? And we're gonna get back to it, and maybe there'll be a school of them here and we'll catch another big one.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system. Alabama beaches. You'll get it when you get here. Fish tips. Connect with the experts to find fish fast.
It's like this. The worst thing you can do is have too light action of a rod. Look at him, he's like hooked in the side right there. So here's a big key, guys. Whenever you get in a situation where you get a bite, the most important thing you can do is drop your power poles. And what this is gonna do is gonna stop you in place. And when you're fishing a trap, hybrid hunter, you know, thunder cricket, something like that, even if they hit it once, a lot of times they'll come back and hit it. But you gotta make the exact same cast. And it's important to do that. And you can make a couple different casts in there, change baits and make casts. And the other thing is these fish really like to group up in little schools in the grass. So anytime you get a bite, it's important to drop them anyway, because you could be fan casting around and catch another fish. You know, so like that fish didn't bite again. So in this situation, I'll pick up the hybrid hunter, throw back in the exact same place again, right there, and I'll start reeling it down. And you never know, that fish might come over there and decide he wants to eat it. The only problem is today, I've caught just as many crappie fishing this hybrid hunter and trap as I have bass. So it's kind of a mixture of fish, just kind of in this one back little corner of this cove. And it could have been a big crappie, you never know. I mean, obviously they'll eat big baits just like anything else. Golly, they eat this thing so good sometimes. I mean, it feels like a good one, but he could have me down the grass. Oh, that's a pretty good one there. Oh, he's dogging. See, this is the reason why you gotta have a big rod for this hybrid hunter. You know, a lot of times guys throw too soft a rod, and when you're fishing around grass like this, the worst thing you can do is have too light action of a rod. Look at him, he's like hooked in the side right there. Let's see if I can get him. Oh yeah, there we go. Barely had him. Golly, that's like a 3.5 pounder right there. It's a fat one. Let's see, don't hook me. There we go, look at that. And that's the importance of having, you know, high quality hooks. Look, I mean, I barely had him. I mean, he was one jump from getting off, and that's because he was digging down in that grass like that. But when it comes to fishing, this particular bait is just as important as, you know, finding out how to catch fish. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. I probably shouldn't show you this, it's too good. But what you do is you cast that thing out there, okay? You wanna make a long cast. And what you're doing is you're just pulling the bait. You see how I'm not just straight reeling the bait? I'm pulling it through the water. And basically the hybrid hunter is kind of, the reason it's called a hybrid bait, in my opinion, is it's kind of like a swim bait, jerk bait, crankbait all in one package. It's got a real loud rattle. And when you pull it through the water like that, it has that stop and it floats back. And when it kicks back like that, a lot of times that's when those fish really clobber that bait. So having the importance of knowing exactly how to fish it is just as important as throwing the bait. Anytime I get to a body of water that has grass, I don't care if it's eelgrass, hydrilla, milfoil, no matter what, this is one of the very first baits that I pick up, because I just know, without a doubt, I'm probably gonna catch a big one. Big enough, don't think. God, he choked it. Look how dark that fish is. He's bigger than I thought he was gonna be. That is a awesome fish. Anytime they eat it like that is a good day. But you know, Guntersville is one of those places, it gets a little crowded out here. There's a lot of boats around, nice dark fish, but it's all about really just staying patient, throwing baits that have confidence in, you know.
Hey y'all, welcome to my favorite part of the show. This is the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia Coastal Fishing Report. Brought to you by me, Captain Patrick Garmison with Ugly Fishing. You can check out my website at uglyfishing.com. You can book online, as well as some money-saving opportunities on the homepage with Salt's Gone, LureNet.com, and Pure Flats Fishing, creator of the Slick Lure. Along the Alabama coast, all inshore species are doing well, as well as the nearshore species. Inshore, we're catching slot reds, puppy drum, and speckled trout. Look for your areas that are gonna have cleaner and clearer water. So find an area where it's on a leeward shoreline. It's had a couple of days worth of wind on the lee side. That area should be cleaner. The other thing that we're targeting along the Alabama coast is bull redfish, and our key tackle ingredients there are the Ice Strike Diesel Eye jig head paired with a Z-Man paddler. Deadly combination for big redfish. And then also the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia coast, there's still a lot of speckled trout. in the rivers and the creeks, and they'll continue to stay, they'll be in there, but they're gonna start moving out as these water temperatures warm up. Great lure for that is gonna be the slick lure. I talk about that a lot. Hey y'all, thanks for checking out this week's report. Y'all remember, only keep what you need, leave the rest, and God bless, guys.
All right, guys, last cast. You know, we always say that famous last cast, and we end up making like 5 or 6 extra casts after that. But for sure, this is the last cast of the day. I got to hit the road. But guys, Guntersville is such a special place. It is loaded with big fish. And I'm glad we got to experience at least one of those big catches today. It is easily one of the best lakes in the United States right now. It's loaded with fish, and you can do a bunch of different things to catch them. Today, we're using red-eyed shad and a hybrid hunter to catch most of our fish. And we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna go into a lot more detail here in just a minute here at the boat ramp, but let's head on in.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose, Feel the Difference, Strike King, Tie One On, Glacier Outdoor, outdoors since 1982. Deep Dive, decode your lake. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Today on Lake Guntersville, we used 3 different baits to catch our fish. You know, we started up really shallow, that real shallow grass, and we were just slow reeling a red-eyed shad. This is the regular gold black color. This is the regular rattling version, not the 2-tap version, but still a very good lipless crankbait. Using that Magnum hammer that I'm known for using, a 20-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon and a 7.5-to-1 Pro TI. Well, the bite kind of slowed on that a little bit, and that's when we picked up old Big Daddy, the one that I love that catches big ones. And when they hit it like a freight train, and that is the Hybrid Hunter. The Hybrid Hunter is a bait that Todd Castledine was instrumental in bringing to Strike King. It is one of those best shallow water crankbaits you can ever use, especially around submerged vegetation like hydrilla, coontail, and things like that. We're using the Clearwater Minnow color. This is the color that I really like, especially in clear water situations and high sun like we had today. Fishing that on 17-pound fluorocarbon and the Super Duty Speed 6, a 7.6 medium heavy rod and a 7.5-to-1 gear ratio hyper mag reel by Lose. You know, one thing's very consistent here. You got to have a little bit heavier duty tackle when you're targeting these fish, especially around grass and submerged vegetation, because you got to get them out of it. But then we finished off the day with equally, probably one of my favorite baits. This is Silver Tennessee Shad. It is a gold back, silver side, orange belly bait. Once again, the regular rattling version, but 15-pound P-line. What that allowed us to do is keep the bait deeper in the water column. We're using a couple different techniques, from burning it to yo-yoing it, and I caught that really big one yo-yoing it. And using that Magnum hammer rod again, it is the ultimate lipless crankbait rod. And once again, a Hyper Mag 7.5-to-1 gear ratio. But guys, I can't stress enough how amazing this body of water is. It is a very special place, but if you ever get that chance to come here, you definitely don't want to miss out. It is a phenomenal place. It doesn't matter if you're in the pre-spawn, the fall, the spring, the summer, it really doesn't matter. These fish fire, these fish bite, and there is an enormous amount of them. But guys, I had a great time here. I can't wait to come back, and until next time, I'll see you on the water.